Thank you for the Altman Foundation and the Horace W. Goldsmith Foundation for helping make the PROJcast possible.
Welcome to our show. Join our flow. It's the 52nd Street PROJcast.
From the heart of Hell's Kitchen, this is the PROJcast, a podcast created by the community at the 52nd Street Project. We are a nonprofit in New York City that partners the young people of Hell's Kitchen with professional artists to create original work, often performed free of charge for the general public. I'm Garrett Kim, program director here at the project. At the end of this month, on Thursday, February 25th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, our teen ensemble will present Me and You, a virtual performance of 2 one-act plays. And while this year's ensemble has had quite a different experience than ensembles in the past, with most of their sessions being virtual, their production will still mark one of the last times they perform with us as project members. Over the past few months, our Director of Institutional Advancement and occasional PROJcast host, John Sheehy, sat down with the 5 members of the teen ensemble, and together they reflected on their journey at the 52nd Street Project, and we're really excited to share their thoughts and insights with you all. Here's Darby, Lakshmi, Lauren, Magalis, and Nicole, the 2021 teen ensemble.
At this point, you've been through like all of the project's programming, basically, except for the teen ensemble. That's what you're in this sort of culminating event right now. So, looking back over your career at the 52nd Street Project, what is one thing that you learned from being a member at the project?
The biggest takeaway I've gotten from the 52nd Street Project is to embrace who I am. Because I remember coming into the 52nd Street Project when I was like 10 or 11 years old. And I remember being like a super shy kid. I wouldn't really talk to many people. And through performing arts, I've really broken out of my shell a lot. And I think that has impacted who I am inside the project and outside of the project as well. And I think the biggest takeaway is just embracing who I am.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to agree with Nikki, because even though I'm still struggling with like becoming who I am, I feel like the project is always like pushing me towards there, like they embrace that. And it's very comforting and very sweet that it's like a whole community that has your back, So I'm gonna go with like embracing myself and empathy.
I think just how to be creative. I feel like I've always had a really hard time when it comes to being creative or thinking that I am creative. And I think being at the projects has taught me that there really is no limits and to try everything and that everything is good. Any idea that you come up with is good. So it's taught me a lot of creativity and just like be yourself when it comes to doing different activities.
There's many things that like when you turn into a character, like you step out of your boots and jump into someone else's boots. So I think that's what just taught me to don't be biased, like always like step into someone's shoes. So like not necessarily like act like you're that person, but like that's what it's taught me. Acting like different characters and playing out their own story has taught me that like everyone has their own story, everyone has their own conflicts, because we also learn about conflicts and like how to fix them. So it's not easy for everyone. For some people it is easy, but it's taught me that.
Project has like helped me like a lot, like because I'm like very like a shy person. Like talking to like new people is like really hard for me. So like just like be the center of attention like once in a while, like I realize it's like not that bad like as like I would think before, and just like constantly like having to like talk to new people that like I normally wouldn't, like it wasn't as bad like as I was thinking that it would be. So like I'm just like not as like nervous around like everyone like I was when like I was in 5th grade or like middle school, or like also like thinking about other people's perspectives instead of like just mine, because like everyone else has like their own lives and like things going on. So just like seeing like how like people react to certain things.
If you could say something to your younger self when you were just about to join the project, it could be a piece of advice or it could be a warning or a question or whatever. If you could talk to your younger self now, what might you say?
I would say, why are you nervous? Even though probably in like 5 years, I would say that to myself again.
I'd tell myself that it's okay, like being goofy and I'm gonna say extra, but it's like it's not in a bad way, you know. Being extra is it's embraced, and not to be like again, not to be nervous, like Lauren said, about being yourself, like go out there, you know.
Don't be afraid to take risks and like just try a bunch of like stuff that I normally wouldn't.
Can I add
Yeah.
on?
Mhm.
Saying that it's okay to be goofy and weird because it's fun for yourself, and you'll make as well as making yourself happy, you'll be making other people around you happy, you know.
I also want to add on. I would say, like, don't worry about what people think about you. When I was younger, I worried a lot, and like my mom would want to like make me hairstyles and stuff, even though I still don't let her. But that's just because I don't know, I'm mature. But she like would want to make me hairstyles, and it was in middle school and stuff. Like it's fine. Like I'm still young, but I cared so much about what people would say about me that I wouldn't like dress up the way I really wanted to. But now I'm really embracing that. Like I'm dressing up how I want to. Like I don't care. It makes me happy. I think I look good. And people like when they see your confidence, they automatically like you light up the room. So like I would a lot of times prevent myself from lighting up the room, but now I won't.
I also wanted to add on with like it's okay to make mistakes because like I like overthink about a lot of things and like how something like it's like so small no one remembers it, but like I'm thinking about like how everyone's gonna remember that like 10 years from now, but like nobody cares. Like if you mess up like a line, like just keep going. It's not that bad.
I would tell my younger self to love herself because I think at the time I was just so hypercritical of myself that I wasn't able to be happy, which is similar to like what a lot of you guys are saying. But I think it just became a toxic energy for myself. And I think now that I've embraced who I really am, I can be more positive with myself. And now that I can love myself, I can love others and I can show others how happy I am and try to make them happy.
I would tell my younger self that the people that I meet at the projects, they're gonna treat you like family and you're gonna get really close to these people. Because for me, once like I realized that we weren't gonna be able to go to the projects again, I wanted to cry. I'm so serious. I wanted to cry because just going in every day, hugging everybody, it's just a really nice space and you feel a lot of love.
So thinking back over these last few months, for example, finding out that we can't meet the project. Um, so thinking back about your experience during the lockdown and during the pandemic and stuff like that, um, adapting to social distancing, things like that. Um, what has your experience been like? How would you characterize it? And is there, and also as sort of a follow up, is there anything positive that has come out of your experience?
Yeah, during quarantine, I had someone get very, very sick close to me. That was close to my mom. And so it taught me how I really need to cherish every moment. And I know it's hard to really look at the positives when you're stuck at home, but I think it's important to be grateful for what you do have. So I'm grateful that I'm here today, that I didn't catch it from her. I'm grateful that she's here today. I'm grateful that I'm able to be in this Zoom and talk to other people and get to do fun activities like the 52nd Street Project. And I think it's just really important to remember. And I think being in solitude and going through those hard times made me realize like you need to get to your lowest point to appreciate the higher points too. So I think it's been like, although it's been partially negative, it's made my life more positive. My outlook on life more positive, I should say.
It hasn't been terrible. It could be worse. At least I haven't caught COVID, so that's good. But in terms of like social distancing, I literally never go out. Like I sometimes forget what the outside looks like. But like at least I have a really big window here. But I don't go out at all because one, teachers give way too much work and they're giving more work than they used to, so that's part of it. And also it's like a lot of relationships, like friendships, everything that I had with people, it's weird now. It's like when you're on the phone, like no one's expressing their emotions anymore. Like on Zoom, teachers are trying to make it better and say something on Zoom and nobody will laugh. People don't talk to each other in class, not even on social media. Like relationships are kind of just like dying out, I guess. And that makes me sad because I'm a person that loves to talk to people and I try to reach out, but then they just give me like simple responses that you can't really form conversations to. And since I can't see anyone outside, I'm like, okay, like now it's just me, I guess. But I'm a really happy person, so it doesn't really get to me. It's just like, oh man, like it's kind of like disappointment.
Well, I guess something positive that has come out during this lockdown, I think, is maybe learning more about myself. Like the days that I don't feel like the days that I'm feeling extra lazy, like I've learned what to do to make my energy more out there. Um, I've also like this lockdown has helped me learn how to cook. I've been learning how to cook. So what I had a hard time was with beans. I don't know, beans was just difficult for me. And my dad, he's the one that always makes the beans here. So every time that he's gonna make beans, he's always like, come look, like, and I always help him make beans.
I like really like to be alone. Like I don't know, I just like my space from people and like so I've done like a lot of self-reflection and like everything and like I'm like less bored than I used to be because like in middle school I would tell myself I'm bored like 24/7. Like I've only been bored like one day like this whole year because like I just stopped telling myself I'm bored. Like I've like gotten new hobbies and everything and like I've also like realized like it's okay to like if you don't want to be friends with someone anymore, like if they're not treating you right or whatever, like you don't have to be friends with them. Like it's perfectly fine to just like stop. Like just like emotions, like I used to be like ew, feelings disgusting, like stay away. Like now I'm just like getting over stuff. Like I actually have to like process what happened and then like move on from it instead of like staying mad about it like a couple years later.
A lot of things have stayed the same. Like I'm a very introverted person. I don't really talk to my friends outside. I had like a couple of friends and many acquaintances. But so those things haven't changed. And the couple of friends that I was close with, I no longer really talk to. So I can agree on what Lauren said. So this quarantine has been like hard on me and everybody, right? But it has made me realize that I can count on other people. You know, I don't have to go through all the things by myself. You know, I can talk to others. You know, they're there for me. The people that I love and trust, they're there for me. You know, so like it has bettered my trust in others.
What are your hopes for the future?
My hope for the future is to do things that make me happy, like do more things that make me happy. So I really like writing songs and recording my songs. And I'm not saying that like I necessarily want to put them out there. Maybe I might in the future, but I do want to spend more time writing them because it has made me really happy and channel everything. It helped me channel all my emotions and stuff. And I also want to spend more time with my little brother because he's my best friend. So I just want to do more things that I love to do.
I'm gonna say in 5 years or less, I'd actually want to like be myself around others because oftentimes I find myself like hiding from others, putting up a face for others, right? And so in 5 years, I definitely like want to be myself around others because that's just gonna make me a happy person, a better person, um, be stronger. It's just gonna um, like help me become a better person in general. I don't know.
My hopes for the future is that once all of this is over, um, everything does go back to the way it is when it comes to interacting with other people. Also, I hope that our country becomes a better place because a lot of crazy things have been happening. So, yeah.
Sounds like really cheesy, but like just like to be happy like in the future and like be proud of myself, like whether it's something like I never thought I would do or like something like I've been like thinking about for a while. I just like want to do things like by myself, like going on a walk by myself or something, because like I'm always like if I go somewhere, I'm hanging out with someone. Like I don't just like do things because like I want to do things. Like going to the movies by myself or just like being myself, like not caring what other people think, like dressing how I want to.
Um, that's definitely not cheesy. I'd like to say the same for myself. Like start to love myself because that's definitely not cheesy saying that you want to be like you want to feel happy and be happy in the next 5 years. It's not cheesy. It's a good thing.
I just love what Darby and Maji were saying. Like, just enjoy your own comfort. I love that. My hope for the future would be, in general, become like a stronger person. And what I mean by that is like, I worry a lot about things and like I panic. So, like, I'm not really, oh, this is like another goal that ties into it. Like, I'm not that independent when it comes to schoolwork and stuff like that. I'm not worried about that. I'm like super independent. Like I like to do it by myself. But when it comes to like real world, my mom is always by my side because I'm very nervous. Like I get really nervous and like I need to like help myself. I need to spring out of that and become like learn about the world and about myself and how to help myself not be so nervous and panic. So like I'm able to like live. Not like survive, but just live a normal life.
That was the 2021 Teen Ensemble: Darby, Lakshmi, Lauren, Magalis, and Nicole. Another thanks to John for chatting with everyone. Remember, Thursday, February 25th at 7 p.m. Eastern, you can catch the Teen Ensemble's performance of Me and You virtually from the comfort of your home. And just a quick note, this performance contains mature themes and adult language and may not be appropriate for viewers under the age of 17. But as always, the performance will be free for the public. You can make a reservation by going to 52project.org. We hope to see you there. And now for the credits. The project members featured in this episode were Darby, Lakshmi, Lauren, Magalis, and Nicole. The PROJcast theme song was created by Justin and his smart partner Eric March and performed by Mirinda Anderson, Rebecca, and Nicole. The PROJcast logo was created by Iris Brown. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Just search the 52nd Street Project and look for 5E and 2E on our logo. The 52nd Street Project is supported by public funds from the New York City's Department of Cultural Affairs and the New York State Council on the Arts. The 52nd Street Project is a nonprofit organization, and we're able to do what we do because of generous folks like you. Please go to our website, 52project.org/donate, to check out how you can support us. Every little bit helps. One final announcement: the second part of our virtual playmaking production, Smoke and Mirrors, will be performed on Thursday, March 25th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. The show will feature 5 plays written by project members and performed by project volunteers. So save the date and check back on our website for more information. Until next time, remember the project motto: we all belong, we all get along. Take care, everybody.
See you next month.
Wait,
Nothing rhymes with month. On the 52nd Street PROJcast.